very good day to you all. My name is Haydiho, and today I'm back with another YouTube video. So today, I'm sure you've all seen every single YouTuber ever do this game. It's called either.io. It's the website. It's basically Would You Rather. You know that game you play over text with people? Yeah, it's amazing. It's quite a risky game. Kind of don't recommend you playing it. Anyway, I'm gonna play it today, and it's on a website. And it's amazing. So you have two options, you know. For example, the first question here I'm going to have to answer would be, would I rather eat a 4-inch circumference venomous spider or an equally venomous wasp, right? So my challenge today is to click one, and whichever one has the highest percentage, so whichever one people choose most, I'm safe, right? That's good. If I click that one. Whereas if I click the one that people don't usually choose, I'm going to have to do a challenge. And that challenge will be, I have my Snapchat here on my phone. Snapchat, there, amazing. I'm going to have to go through that list. I'll choose 5 random contacts, and I will send them some of the meanest possible things I could ever say to someone. Ever. But don't worry, they will know afterwards it's only a joke. And I'll give you proof that I've done that, by the way. So yeah, anyway, we're going to get straight into this here. So, I actually feel so terrible. Hopefully, this doesn't happen. I'm going to do this for maybe about 15 questions or so, and we'll see what happens. So, first question, would I rather eat a 4-inch circumference venomous spider or eat a 4-inch in circumference venomous wasp? So, basically, sorry, let me just mute my phone here. Here's how it goes. I eat a venomous spider. It'll be furry, and there'd be more to fit in my mouth, and it would be disgusting, because it would end up killing me, because it's venomous. I'd have that poison, I would digest it, and I would die. Whereas if I ate a wasp, it's venomous as well. Don't mind what I just said. I'd say probably a wasp, because you could just shove it down your gullet, whereas a spider, you have legs and everything. It's not quite as good, but, you know, if I could get that spider, put him into like a ball, and like cook him, I think that would be like a nicer way to die than to eat a wasp, because wasps have stingers and they hurt. I completely agree with what someone said today when I was doing this. So basically, I'm going to go with eat a 4-inch circumference venomous spider. It's a mouthful. Mouthful, get it? So we're going to go with the, are you kidding me?
Actually clap without my hands. Check it out.
That's a good start, guys. It's a good start. So, it seems everyone wants to eat. Why do you want to eat a wasp? Wasps aren't good. They have stingers, and they'd cut into the side of your mouth, and you'd die before you'd even swallow the goddamn thing. That's dumb. That's weird. I don't agree with that, obviously, because I clicked spider. Right, so that's one person that I need to send a hate message to. Right, next up, we have, would I rather freeze to death or boil to death? Right, so, if I boiled to death, it would be a very slow death. Well, so would freezing, I guess. Boiling to death, you know, you'd have to sit there in the water, and it would be cold, and then you'd slowly, gradually feel the heat boiling. Feel the heat rising, and you would, you know, slowly die, and it would actually be really terrible. Whereas if you froze to death, you would be dead a lot sooner than if you were to boil, because if you were to boil to death, you'd have to feel the pain of your skin burning, and then that going through the second layer of your skin, then to the third, where the damage actually happens. Whereas, if I freeze to death, I'll be dead in a much shorter time, because my heart would just stop, my blood would just freeze, and the blood wouldn't circulate around my body, and I wouldn't be able to breathe anyway, because I'd just be underwater, or in like a cube of ice. So I'm gonna say freeze to death. Oh my god, thank you, 87%. Yeah, I was going to say, geez, what, that 150,000 people, that's a lot of people who want to boil to death, but then again, 1 million people is a lot to freeze to death. Right, next question. So far I only have one person to send a hate message to, and I can actually think of that person right now, and they're on my list. So basically, would I rather have everything I touch, turn to dust, or have everything I touch turn to gold? What a dumb thing. What an absolutely stupid question. Everything I touch turned to gold. I would be... no, you see, it's tricky, because every single thing I touch would turn to gold. I wouldn't be able to eat. Because I'm assuming that's like with any part of the body, like not just my hand. Like, Not just like, you know, if I was to drink something, that's like I'm touching the straw, yeah. Then therefore the straw would turn into gold. So, but it's a lose-lose scenario. Like, what the hell? If everything turns to dust, you can't do anything with dust. Whereas at least you can sell gold and you can have all this money. Then you could do something with it, I guess. You could donate it or something. I don't know, I'm being a good Samaritan right now. Don't even try me. So I'm gonna say, have everything you touch turn to gold. 92% of people. Okay, 8%. I'm so glad. I was like veering to that in the beginning, but then I saw the logic of it, man. I saw the logic. Right, next question. So I've gone through about 3 questions. Have anything you write become truth? Or no? Oh, shit. Know all the truths. Have anything you write become truth? Know all the truths there are now. You guys have seen that terrible Indiana Jones film, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Spoilers, by the way. The woman at the end, she wants to know all the knowledge of the world and her brain capacity can't hold it. So if I was to know every single thing about someone, assuming that's what it is, know all the truths, right? Know all the truths. I'd know if someone lied to me, I would know. I'm assuming that's what it means. Whereas if I could write anything, I could say, Hayden has the best day. He gets 1 million subscribers. I'm so sad for saying that. Or Hayden's arch nemesis falls down a cliff and breaks their leg and can't harass them anymore. I'm thinking of that person right now. That would be amazing. I could basically have anything I want. So I'm gonna say this one. Okay, good. 68% of people. 678,000. 322,000 people. Jesus wept, Joseph crept, and Mary slept. Play real life Minecraft. Or play real life Mario Kart. Minecraft is scary. Minecraft is freaking terrifying. Okay, you're at night, you hear these sounds, and you flip your shit completely. You have no idea what's going on, right? It's terrifying. Whereas real life Mario Kart, it's like full adrenaline, yeah? Someone tries to kill you, sure. Have you ever actually played Mario Kart yet? You never actually die in Mario Kart, because you just get rescued, or you just get disoriented for a bit. So I'm definitely going to say real life Mario Kart, because I play Minecraft, I can die, and then I lose everything, and that's it. Whereas real life Mario Kart, you never actually die. So I think that's a smart decision, considering 58% of other people that have answered the question think so as well. So, man, this is going pretty well. This is going in my favor. This is going in my favor. So, would I rather stop showering or stop brushing my teeth? I smell a lot. I smell. It's what happens. It's called being a male. Stop showering and I just smell of BO. Like it would be terrible. So if I stop brushing my teeth, I could make up for that terrible BO smell, right? I could make up for that completely. Stop brushing your teeth. You know, you couldn't talk to anyone, but you wouldn't smell like the worst possible smell. But like if you ate like this terrible meal, you'd have that smell on you. So you could drink water. Water gets rid of smell pretty badly. Oh! It doesn't say you can't have breath mints. Boom. Loopholes for sure. Stop brushing your teeth. Thank you. Loopholes. Because your breath smells terrible. You have mints. Fantastic. And then you stop showering. You smell everything. You smell like piss, man. You smell like beer. You smell like shit. It's terrible. Trust me, I've been there. You ever tried a 2-week camp? Not good. And then you stop brushing your teeth. You know, you have things that can counteract not brushing your teeth. You have like Listerine. You have your toothpaste. You have your mints. So therefore, I think that's a pretty logical decision. Right. Next question. Let's say this is our 6th question. I'm not actually counting. So what's the time? 7 o'clock. I need to have dinner soon. There's actually no one at home, so I can be as loud as I want, and nothing would happen. So, I'd rather have paparazzi follow you around. Paparazzi follow you around or reveal a different secret about yourself in a weekly newspaper column? Shit, I don't know. Paparazzi following you around everywhere. Have paparazzi follow you around? Is that like at all times follow you around? Or is that just like sometimes, like you're walking down the main street and everyone's following you? Like, reveal a different secret about yourself. Some things I can only tell certain people. People I really trust, I can only tell them. I don't want the general public knowing everything about me. As paparazzi would just see where I'm going and they'd see my amazing wardrobe failures, which I would probably have every single day, including hair failures, which I do have every single day. So I'm going to say, have paparazzi follow you around. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Jeez, this one person, I'm going to put a lot of hate into this one message. I'm kind of feeling terrible right now. So, next question we have a lightsaber, have a help. Man, this is tense. Have a lightsaber or have a helper monkey. Let's see here. You see, if you have a lightsaber, you would like no one would ever want to mess with you at all. Like no one would want to touch you because you could just wreck them like, immediately. But to say you have a lightsaber, does that mean you're one with the Force as well? Because you need the Force to like use a lightsaber. Like you need the Force to know where someone's gonna strike. Like you need to have that that sense, that presence, yeah. Whereas if you have a helper monkey, what the hell are they gonna do? They're gonna get the newspaper for you. You can get a dog to do that. So you have a lightsaber. That kind of like adds in having the Force, yeah? So you put in have a lightsaber, 64% of people agree. Now, which is absolutely fantastic. So having a helper monkey is not a good idea because it's like slavery. Whereas lightsaber, you have the Force, you're basically like indestructible. No one would ever want to mess with you. So let's say about 5 more of these questions. I'm not sure how long this video is going to wrap up to be. So, would I rather live until 80, until I'm... Oh, jeez, man, this is deep. Live until I'm 80 years old, be in poverty, or live until I'm 40 with basically anything I'd ever wanted. Man, I want to say live until 40 because you can do a lot with that money. You can live a good life with that money. As you live in poverty, you will have seen a lot by the time you reach 80 years old. I know that you've lived longer, but living in poverty is not a good thing. It shouldn't be a thing at all, which is it's a terrible thing. Living until you're 40. I know it's not really a long time. You put it in perspective with 80, but you can do a lot with that money. You could donate it. You could pay for things. Right, you could have a happy life. You could have a family at 40. Maybe not a big family. You could at least start a family, right? So I'm gonna say live until 40 in riches, yeah, because being in poverty, you would hardly be able to do anything. You'd just see a lot of death. You'd see a lot of pain. You would have a hard life. You'd hardly be able to do anything. You'd be sick. You'd have hardly any nutrition for your body to work. So I'm going to say live until you're 40. I already said that. Because you can do a lot with that money. And you can live a pretty good life. So would I rather drive 200 miles well over the legal drunken limit? Shit, that's a long way. A lot can happen in 200 miles whilst drunk. Shit. Or drive 200 miles after being awake for 72 hours straight. Alright, so being awake does not mess with your brain. Like it can to some extent, but it can't do what alcohol does to you. Right? Alcohol can put you to sleep as well as being awake for 72 hours straight. Can't, I guess. Oh, what's that? That's like 3 days? Shit. I think it's 3 days. I don't want to sound like a tosser because I don't know that. Whereas if I drive over the legal drunken limit, I can be arrested for that. 1, you can be arrested. 2, it's completely dangerous, right? If you're drunk and you run someone off the road, say that car has a whole family in it. Maybe they're going to Disneyland for a day. I don't know. They're going to Luna Park for a day, yeah? And you run them off the road from the night before because you're over the drunken limit, yeah? That is a whole family you've just ruined. You've just ruined that whole... You've ruined everything about the Earth. You've taken their lives. You've ruined all their friends. You know, they'd all have to go through that pain, and you would have to live with that, just for being a dumbass and going over the limit and then driving, thinking, oh geez, I'm the king. I'm gonna frickin' drive because I need to get somewhere and I don't care about anyone else, right? Whereas if you drive 200 miles after being awake for 22 hours, it's still not very smart, right? I get that if there's somewhere you need to be, or if you're really doing somewhere, I could really relate this to Batman, but I'm not going to. You can't get arrested for that. For one. There is still a high chance of doing things on the road, like running people off it. Whereas, right, yeah. So it says in the comment thing, in either case you're alone in the car and it's nighttime, right? So I guess there won't be a family. Maybe there'll be a family coming home from a holiday. I don't know, right? So you're drunk, right? You don't know, you have hardly any control over what your brain is doing, right? Alcohol's a depressant, yeah? So it will slow down the movement of your brain. So you won't be able to you won't have the same reaction to if you're drunk, to if you're sober. Even if you're tired, you can have a shit ton of coffee and you'd be right. So I'm gonna say drive 200 miles after being awake for 22 hours, because 200 miles is a long way, I guess. I know, I'm Australian, I know miles, but I have just been to America, so yeah. So I'm gonna say drive 200 miles. 61% of people agree. So I'm going to do 2 more questions, and hopefully I'm normal and I agree with what other people are saying. So would I rather wear the same thing every day or never wear the same clothes twice? So assuming that never wearing the same clothes twice would mean I'd have a whole bunch of outfits, yeah? Or does that mean I'd just run out of clothes and that means I'd have to spend money on more outfits? No. Wear the same thing every day. There was this whole time where basically like, every weekend I'd wear this same outfit because I just loved it. It was amazing. It was t-shirt and a pair of shorts, and they just went so well together, and I loved it. It was amazing. It got to the point where people were commenting on it and saying, "Isn't that the same outfit that you wore last week before? Like you've been wearing for ages." You're like, "Is that the only shirt you own?" Whereas you never wear the same clothes twice. I'm assuming that if you never wear the same clothes twice, you have a lot of outfits, right? You have a lot of things to choose from. So I'm going to say never wear the same clothes twice. Exactly. Like, even if you do really love an outfit, you can just get one that you love equally as much, if so, not more. If not more? Yeah, if not more. So I think that would be the logical thing to say. So, seeing there's only one person I need to send a hate message to. So, next question. Be resistant to cold and impossible to freeze to death. Be resistant to heat and impossible to burn to death. Ooh. It gets freaking hot in Australia. I'm telling you that right now. Australia has a very hot climate. Southern Hemisphere, not a good place to be. Be resistant to heat and impossible to burn to death. You'll be resistant to cold and impossible to freeze to death. A lot of places you go are very hot. So you can never, I don't really want to take back what I said before, where I'd rather freeze to death than boil. Oh man, I'm like stuck, man. I'm on the fence with this one. Because if I'm resistant to the cold, means I'd have to burn, yeah? Whereas I wouldn't have to go through the pain of burning to death. Whereas burning to death would be pretty quick, I guess, but you would have the same pain as if you're boiling to death. Which is you have to go through all the layers of your skin. And then all that. Do I actually have clothes in the back of my chair? Yeah, I do. Wow. I just realized I have a jacket and some pants. And other weird shit. Don't mind that. So, yeah. Okay, it's going for 20 minutes. Right. Wrap this up. Probably won't be 20 minutes. Maybe just be 20 minutes. I don't know. So, I'm going to say be resistant to heat and possibly burn to death. Yeah, thank you. Logical, because burning to death is not fun. Trust me, I haven't experienced it. But 43-degree days, middle of summer in Sydney, when the beach is 40 minutes away from you and the car is broken down, it's not fun, trust me. And you don't have a pool outside, just have a house with an AC that's about 10 years old. Trust me, it's better to be cold. It's much better to be cold in Australia. But hey, that's just me, because I don't live in America. I don't live in European countries, we're in the Northern Hemisphere, so I don't know their pain. So yeah, basically, I think that's going to wrap up this video of, I'm not even going to bother saying, if you want to see more, leave a like, because no one's even going to watch this video, basically. But it's here for, if people do discover this channel, it's here for their enjoyment, and it's great fun to make. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all very much for watching to the end, if you did. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next video that I post. Hopefully, it will be a good one. I will see you all then. Take care, goodbye, and good night. Right, guys, so I'm back. I'm filming this challenge bit in post, because I didn't want to do it. Yes, I was filming the video. So, I've got my hate here. I've got my phone, and I've chosen my person. This person called Jazzy. Jazzy, see? On Snapchat, if it decides to load. Snapchat, Jazzy, amazing. So, Jazzy's small. She's very short. And it really bugs me. No, it actually doesn't. It really doesn't. She's a great person. She's a good person. Anyway, so I'm going to say this. Jazzy, you are small. Very small. And annoying. You can't sing. And you are dumb. No, that sounds so tawny. And you should get taller. There you go, done. Proof I've done it. Okay. And you're small, and you should get taller. Done. Right, so send. Done. Sent it. Right, you can't say I haven't done it. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you all later.